It was the kind of town people only pass through, a small place in northern Pennsylvania, wrapped in endless woods, empty roads, and old houses that looked like they were trying to keep secrets. The town was called Blackridge. Population, barely 3,000. A quiet American town where everybody knew each other, and where nobody ever asked too many questions. At the far end of Blackridge stood Willow Road, a narrow street lined with dead trees, rusted mailboxes, and homes that looked older than memory itself. At the very end of that road was a house everyone in town knew about, but no one spoke of for long. Number 47, a 2-story farmhouse with peeling white paint, broken shutters, and a porch that leaned slightly to one side like it was tired of standing. The windows were always dark. The grass in the yard grew wild and high, and even in broad daylight, the house looked wrong, like it didn't belong to the world around it. Locals had a name for it, the last house on Willow Road, and according to the stories, if you entered that house after midnight, you wouldn't leave alone. Most people dismissed it as a stupid town legend, the kind of thing bored teenagers whisper about around bonfires. But every town has a story that refuses to die, and in Blackridge, that story lived in number 47. This all started with Ethan Cole, a 24-year-old freelance photographer from Pittsburgh. Ethan wasn't the kind of person who believed in ghosts. He believed in bad wiring, old floorboards, and the power of people to scare themselves. He ran a small YouTube channel where he explored abandoned places across America, old hospitals, empty schools, forgotten motels, houses people claimed were haunted. He'd spend the night, record everything, and upload the footage with skeptical commentary. His viewers loved it. So when Ethan got an email from someone named Mara Whitfield, he saw it as just another story to investigate. The email was short. If you want a real haunted house, come to Blackridge, Pennsylvania. The last house on Willow Road has been empty for 20 years. 3 people disappeared there. No one stays past 3:11 a.m. If you go, keep your camera on. You'll understand why. There was no phone number, no last signature, just the name and a grainy photo attachment of a house at the end of a road. Number 47. Ethan loved this kind of thing. 2 days later, he drove into Blackridge with his camera gear, a flashlight, extra batteries, and the kind of confidence that only comes from not believing in what other people fear. The town greeted him with gray skies and cold wind. He stopped at a gas station near the highway and showed the cashier a picture of the house on his phone. "You know Willow Road?" Ethan asked. The old man behind the counter looked at the picture, and his face changed. Not dramatically, just enough for Ethan to notice. "You filming one of those ghost videos?" the man asked. "Something like that." The cashier slowly placed Ethan's change on the counter. "If you go there," he said, "leave before dark." Ethan smiled. "That kinda ruins the point." The old man didn't smile back. "I'm serious." Ethan leaned in a little. "What happened there?" For a moment, the gas station was silent except for the hum of a refrigerator near the back wall. Then the old man said, "The Harrow family lived there. Husband, wife, and a little girl. Winter of 2004, neighbors started hearing things at night. Scratching in the walls, crying from the attic. The mother told people she kept seeing her daughter standing in rooms where she wasn't supposed to be." "What do you mean?" "I mean the little girl would be asleep upstairs, and the mother would still see her in the hallway downstairs, just standing there, smiling." Ethan gave a small laugh. Okay, creepy. The cashier's expression stayed flat. A month later, the father vanished. No signs of struggle, no blood, just gone. 2 weeks after that, the mother called 911 screaming that something was inside the walls. Police arrived and found the front door open, every light in the house on, and the mother gone too. And the daughter. The old man's eyes lowered. They found her in the upstairs bedroom closet. Ethan waited. The man swallowed. She was alive. Barely. She kept saying the same thing over and over. What thing? The old man looked him straight in the eye. There's another family in the house. They come out when we sleep. Ethan didn't say anything for a second. Then he nodded, thanked the man, and headed back to his car. Stories like that were exactly why his channel worked. Creepy local legend, tragic backstory, mysterious disappearance. It was perfect. By the time Ethan reached Willow Road, evening had settled over Blackridge. The road looked exactly like the photo, long, narrow, and quiet. The houses became fewer the farther he drove, until finally there was only one left. Number 47, the last house on Willow Road. He parked in front of the rusted gate and stepped out into the cold. The house loomed over him in silence. His boots crunched over dead leaves as he walked up the path. The front door hung slightly open, moving just enough for the wind to make it creak. Ethan lifted his camera and started recording. Okay, he said into the lens. I'm here in Blackridge, Pennsylvania, outside the infamous last house on Willow Road. Locals say 3 people disappeared here, and nobody stays inside past 3:11 a.m. So tonight, I'm going to find out whether this place is actually haunted, or whether Blackridge just has a really active imagination. He grinned for the camera. Then he stepped inside. The smell hit him first. Dust, mold, wet wood, and something else beneath it. Something faintly rotten, like old meat left too long in a closed room. His flashlight beam moved across faded wallpaper, overturned furniture, and family portraits still hanging crooked on the walls. Most of the glass was cracked. One picture showed a smiling couple with a little girl between them. The Harrows. The little girl's eyes had been scratched out. Ethan paused. Okay, he muttered. That's not dramatic at all. He kept moving. The house was larger than it looked from outside. A living room, dining room, kitchen, a narrow hallway leading to a staircase. The floor groaned under every step. The air felt colder inside than outside, and there was an odd silence to the place, as if the house were listening. Ethan set up one static camera in the living room and another at the foot of the stairs. Then he climbed to the second floor. There were 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. One bedroom still had children's wallpaper, faded yellow stars and cartoon rabbits peeling off the walls. Toys were scattered across the floor. A tiny rocking chair sat in the corner. The closet door was open. Ethan shined his flashlight inside and found nothing but darkness and a few broken hangers. He backed away and kept exploring. At 11:47 p.m., he was in the master bedroom when he heard the first sound, a soft knock, 3 taps. Knock, knock, knock. He froze and listened. The sound came again, this time from downstairs. Ethan moved quickly, camera in one hand, flashlight in the other. He descended the stairs and found the living room exactly as he had left it. No one there. He checked the front door, still closed. Then another sound echoed through the house. Knock, knock, knock. This time it came from inside the wall beside him. Ethan stared at the wallpaper. The knocking came again, slower now, almost deliberate, as if something on the other side of the wall wanted him to know exactly where it was. He forced a laugh for the camera. Probably pipes. Old houses make noise. But his voice sounded thinner than before. Midnight came, then 12:30. Nothing major happened for a while.